Welcome, foolish mortals, to another episode of the HitchHiking Host Show. I am your host, your ghost host, West Troop, and I am back this week with a new episode where we're going to talk all about the latest things that went down at the Disney parks and even Universal Studios. And I say Universal because a humongous new attraction just opened over at Universal Studios Hollywood. That's right, it is a year-round haunted house based on The Walking Dead, which I just started watching, and I just caught up. I watched everything in 2 weeks, so whatever. So, good timing. Ladies and gentlemen, we're going to talk about that, and then we're going to talk about the news, so let's get to it. Okay, so like I said, this attraction has some perfect timing because I literally just started watching The Walking Dead like 2.5 weeks ago. Started with season 1 and I'm all caught up to the end of season 6. That is crazy, I know. But you literally could talk to me about anything Walking Dead and I will know what you're talking about. So this is a great time to open this attraction for me. So it's called The Walking Dead Attraction. You can find it at Universal Studios California, Hollywood. So it had this opened last week, and it had a spectacular opening ceremony involving tons of chained walkers, quote unquote, or zombies, and humans who are fighting against the zombies, which, you know, some of them didn't exactly look trustworthy themselves. And then, you know, they also had a humongous fence where you could, with the walkers behind the fence, that you could take photo ops. I saw my buddy Jeff Heimbuck was there. How you doing? So I'm glad. I know he had a good time by his social media posts, but he definitely thought that was awesome. So you go into the queue and you see there is spray paint on the wall that says "Wolves are not far." If you know who the wolves are, you know, the whole, gotta remember what season it was, but I think it was the last season, yeah. And then wrapped up bodies, in like a sheet. Obviously you don't see they're not real bodies. And then you enter the attraction building, which is the Harrison Memorial Hospital, which is actually more of a queue. You know, you walk in and then you see the more lines, and you're like, oh, okay, I guess we're going to go into more of the an indoor queue now, which is fine, you know. Then you see blood on the walls of the waiting room, and this is where something really cool happens. The cafeteria doors are chained with "Don't Open the Dead" written on written on the doors. There we go. It's so cool. I can't even talk about it. And the animatronic zombie arms are trying to open the door and get through. That is really cool. And we'll talk about a little bit about that later. And then you go into a large storage room, which is more of a queue as well, with lots of props. Now, once you walk through that, the walkthrough attraction officially starts, and you go through the neurology department, where you see lots of wrapped up bodies on the floor. Let the bodies hit the floor, right? Zombie pops up at the door, and then you go right outside for some reason. So much for the hospital. I guess it's just the queue and then a little scene. And then animatronic zombie cut in half is moving around with a little bicycle near it. Zombies are walking all throughout this attraction to try to scare you, just like a normal haunted house. You got ghouls up in your face, up in your grill, you know, all that. They're going to try to scare the wits out of you through the whole attraction. And then we go into the next scene, which is a burning and exploding cabin where a walker comes out to taunt the passerbyers. And also limbs can be found in the bushes. You know, some bushes grow flowers, this one grows limbs, evidently. And then you enter the West Georgia Correctional Facility, where, you know, never know, maybe I'll be there one day, where a walker dressed in riot gear greets guests. You walk in and there's a dead there's a stairwell above, and you see a dead zombie laying there as humans are shooting zombies. There's a trick of the shadows, sort of like Star Tours or Men in Black, behind a door to make it look like zombie and guards are fighting each other. Then you go out of the prison and into a dock where humans fire at zombies from big trucks. Inside one of the trucks, I think they're animatronic walkers, I believe, if my eyes don't deceive me, are picking apart a body. In another, obviously the walkers, I mean the animatronic, not the body, because I know that's not real. Anyway, and another, trucks are filled with the top half of animatronic zombies hung by a noose and are still maneuvering around. And then you walk into the next room and you see windows. On the windows are projections of a group of zombies trying to get in. Go through the rooms. The next room are wax figures of the walkers behind big fences. And there's some live actors mixed in trying to get through the gates. And that's where the walkthrough attraction ends. You know, I love haunted houses. We don't talk about them a whole lot on here because I mostly just focus on Disney. And when Universal has their Halloween Horror Nights, there's way too many to do a review of each. I'd be doing Halloween Horror in February if I did one a week. But this one I had to cover because it is year-round. And I wanted to cover this, being the great timing it has personally with me. You know, I love this attraction, and people say, you know, oh, Wes, you hate Universal. No, I don't. I don't hate them. I like when they do stuff right. And this, I give them props for, because this is done right. You know, it's not, you walk into a room and it's a screen, and that's all you see the whole time. I really like this idea of the year-round haunted house. They had one before with different characters and whatnot, and Universal Hollywood, and closed it. But I think with the Walking Dead theme, I think that's gonna drive in more crowds. I love the cafeteria doors with the arms popping out. I thought that was a great effect. That's something I really would like to see in person. The burning cabin I thought looked awesome. See, they can do stuff. They can do stuff that I like. It's not all. I don't just automatically hate everything. I thought all of the details themselves, not just the cabin and the arms popping out, but all fantastic details. This is a grade A haunted house. The animatronics look great. And I say this all the time, Universal has great animatronics. I love those meet and greets with the Transformers and the Raptor and all that. Do more of that. You know, you have the technology, you prove your animatronics look good. I just don't get all the big screens all the time. But, you know, I thought the animatronics looked great in this. You know, the Halloween horror mazes are always pretty spectacular. I always gotta at least look at a few every year on YouTube. Some are hard to see because it's all dark or you know, it's shaky cam, much like the horror movies that the haunted houses are based on. You know, it's night vision. So it's hard to tell sometimes. This I saw in the daylight, so that was cool. You know, this does not disappoint for Walking Dead fans, for haunted house fans. I think, you know, I'm happy there's a year-round walk-through haunted house, because usually you just get them at Halloween time. And you can go to a theme park and do this at Universal. I would not take your kids through this, because I went through one of these as a kid. Not the Walking Dead themed, obviously. But I went through a haunted house at Dorney Park, and let's just say I had trouble sleeping for a long time. So, so don't force your kids through this. Ask them, say, you know, there's going to be zombies popping out everywhere, and, you know, some pretty gruesome stuff. So don't be an idiot. Don't... and force your kids on this and scar them for life, and then they won't want to go on anything. So yeah, don't do that. But if you're a fan of haunted houses, I definitely recommend, and you're in the area, definitely, or going to be on vacation, you should definitely check out the Walking Dead attraction at Universal Studios Hollywood. All right. Well, now on to the news. The official Disney fan club, D23, has announced it will be holding an exclusive members-only Midnight Soiree event at Walt Disney World's Twilight Zone, Tower of Terror, on October 5th, 2016. The after-hours behind-the-scenes experience will take place inside the attraction, and attendees will be able to experience themed food, beverages, entertainment, and many special surprises, including a guest directly from the Twilight Zone. It's gonna be me. No, I'm just kidding. It's gonna be me! The tickets for this event will go on sale on July 11th. Oh wait, hold your horses, wait till you hear the price. And they will cost $245 per person. You gotta be, yeah, all right. Gold members may purchase tickets for themselves and one guest. So I am not a member of D23, but this is something I would really be interested in because the Tower of Terror is one of my favorite rides in Disney parks. You know, you can get a behind-the-scenes look. Exclusive would be pretty cool, but the $245 is a bit too rich for my blood. So, but you know, for those who can do that, more power to you. And heck yeah, I would do it if I had the money. You know, if I won the lottery or something. So definitely, if you're interested in doing that experience, do it. Now also over at Disney's Hollywood Studios, beginning on July 10th, the Star Wars A Galactic Spectacular Dessert Party will be moving from the center stage area to inside the Star Wars launch bay. That's the dessert party, not the fireworks, obviously. Guests will still be able to enjoy an outdoor reserved VIP viewing section for the nightly show as part of the event, but the dessert buffet will be moved indoors in an effort to conserve space and allow as many guests as possible to pack into the small space to see the new show. So I'll be talking about the Galactic Spectacular very soon on this show with a review when I get to it. So very excited to see that. Yes, and you know, if you want to have a good space to see it, then check out the dessert party. Of course, that is extra money as well, because in Disney, nothing is free. All right. Speaking of nothing is free, wait till you hear this one. The Magic Kingdom surprised park guests earlier this week by launching a new paid scavenger hunt called PinQuest. Unlike other in-park games, you will need to purchase an adventure kit starter set for $14.99 up front just to participate. The kit includes a lanyard, pouch, clue decoder, and map. What a racket. Once you buy the kit, you'll be ready to start the adventure, which includes visiting a variety of merchandise locations around the Magic Kingdom, where of course you can buy more stuff, where they can buy special clue cards for $9.99 a piece. The cards, no, not a piece, but the cards will task the player with searching the store to solve a riddle. Once guests solve the problem on the card correctly, when the answers will be verified by Navigateer cast members, oh, aren't they clever, will receive a special limited release pin in exchange for their efforts. There are 6 clue card-based missions in total, and after guests complete the full set, they will be able to visit either the Trading Post in Frontierland or Curtain Call Collectibles on Main Street for the chance to solve a final riddle and unlock the option to purchase the final Quest ear pin for $4.99. Ladies and gentlemen, Hitchers and one and all, if you want to play this game all the way through and get all the pins possible, it will cost you a whopping $80. You know, this would not be for me. You know, I do enjoy the Disney pins, but I like certain ones, you know, people I like. For serious pin collectors, though, this might be worth it. Every time we talk about one of these little excursion interactive games, I tell you I don't do these things because I'm there for the rides, baby, and to, you know, have some fun. I just never got into these little excursion things. Maybe I'd do one once, but it certainly wouldn't be one I'd pay for. Because, let's face it, by the time I'm there, I'm counting down my last dollars in Disney. For souvenirs and whatnot, and I'd rather eat than get a few pins. So, but if you're a huge pin fan, like I said, that might be worth your while. So check it out. Over at Disney's Animal Kingdom, the Kali River Rapids has begun testing a single rider option this month that allows single riders to enter the FastPass Plus line, where they will be separated from the FastPass Plus riders before boarding. The test is expected to continue for a few weeks and could become a permanent option later this summer. And ladies and gentlemen, I think that is a good idea because Kali River Rapids is pretty crowded. Every time I look at it, I've only actually went on, I'm going to tell you a little secret. I've only been on it once. And that was back in 2000. So, I'm not an expert on that ride, but I've been on a few river rapids in my day, if you know what I'm saying. You know what I'm saying? So it's pretty crowded all the time. I see some pretty long lines for it. So I think this is good to have a single rider line for the Kali River Rapids. And plus, there's always a couple people that, there's always a few empty seats in those rapid rides. So, good call for the single rider line on that. Disney has announced the first celebrity narrators. I can't believe we're talking about this already, but I guess it's time to talk about some Christmas stuff. Hit that saxophone on the Jingle Bell Rock. That's my go-to Christmas music in the background, if you can hear it. Yeah, Disney has announced the first celebrity narrators for this year's Candlelight Processional, which includes a number of old favorites and one interesting newcomer. Here's the schedule so far. From November 25th to the 27th, Stephen Curtis Chapman, the man that I always put in the picture, 11/28 to 12/1, Neil Patrick Harris, every year, same picture. There it is. 12/2 to 12/3, Whoopi Goldberg. And 12/4 to 12/12, there's an interesting person called TBA that's going to be there. I want to see that person. 12/13 to 12/15 is Meredith Vieira. The 16th to the 18th is TBA once again, popular person. The 19th to the 21st is Joe Morden. The 22nd to the 27th is TBA once again. This guy's everywhere. And, of course, the 28th to the 30th will be Cal Ripken Jr. What's up with that? Anyway, reservations can now be made for the Candlelight Processional dinner package as well, which includes guaranteed seating at one of the shows. New this year is an expanded breakfast option, which now includes the Garden Grill and the Oscar's Royal Banquet Hall at Epcot in the Norway Pavilion, as well as Tarota al Forno and Captain Grill's outside the park. So I personally have never seen the Candlelight Processional, but if I was there at that time at Epcot, I'd totally check it out. I would definitely see Neil Patrick Harris, probably, because it would be a fun time, I'm sure. Not that it's, anyway. All right, it's a good show. Now heading over to Disney Springs. Disney is finally celebrating a grand opening, quote unquote, at Disney Springs, and new shops have been opened for the occasion. Guests who visit Disney Springs will now find the 4 following town center shops now open just in time for the celebration. Sugar Boo and Company, okay then, include this fun new shop. Guests will find a variety of whimsical and fanciful goods, from uplifting art prints to charming home goods and even fun paper products. At Columbia Sportswear, the shop offers innovative apparel, footwear, accessories, and equipment for both outdoor and fishing enthusiasts. So definitely not me. The Shore has fashionable American lifestyle brands. Newest shop includes swimwear, fitness wear, and everyday comfort clothing, and also includes a line of exclusive apparel only available at Disney Springs. And at Superdry, it's a unique clothing store that features designs that fuse vintage Americana and Japanese-inspired graphics with a British style. Superdry features a number of apparel choices, including outerwear, knitwear, leather goods, leisure wear, and more. And also, Disney has announced yet another retail location. The Levi's store will be opening later this summer. And as you might expect, the store will offer the very best in denim for the whole family. The new location will also feature a tailor shop, which will allow guests to have their favorite items personalized and tailored right inside the store. So, you know what that says to me? I'm going to be walking right by all those stores. Because, you know, none of them really appeal to me. If you are a big-time shopper and that's your kind of thing, then by all means, check all that out. But, you know, I will not... I might, you know, go in and take a few pictures. Take a couple pictures. But, yeah, probably not. It's not exactly my thing, if you know what I'm saying. So, but if it is your thing, then definitely check out the new stores at Disney Springs. Alright, well, that's the show. I'll be back next week with another show. But until then, don't forget to subscribe right here on YouTube. YouTube.com/HitchHostShow. You can like the show on Facebook, Facebook.com/HitchHostShow. Follow on the Twitter @HitchHostShow. And of course, if you want to listen to the show or you are listening to the show, you can do it on Podbean. It's HitchHostShow.podbean.com. And of course, you can search for the show on iTunes or Stitcher under West Troop or the Hitchhiking Host Show. Until next time, don't forget to...
Hurry back,
for the next episode. See ya.